Be going live here. I'm live on YouTube again. Okay, let's see what's going on Facebook. Okay. Tommy, Jerry, Garcia, Al, shared up, Captain, gonna listen as I cruise home. Okay, Mandy, love you, darling. Jimmy Farrell's over here. Jamie Ramey, thank you. What's up to Angel or Angel? What's up, man? Hey, first time to Steve Vico. Thank you there, sir. Okay, now that I got the camera up and now that I got the sound up, if you can, because and all your YouTubers, we hear everything, right? Give me some feedback. All right. Okay, sounds good. Okay, folks on Facebook, if you can, come on over to YouTube. Bob Dart, thanks for coming over. Airborne. Jamie Ramey's in the house, so good to see that. Everybody's here. What's wrong? Jimmy Farrell, if you're the only one that has problem with the sound, I don't know what the hell. Jimmy Farrell, if stay on Facebook, Jimmy Farrell. I don't know what's going on with you. Okay, let's do this again. Bottom line, up front, we do this every show. And I'm going to talk about the big things that's going on in sports, okay? If you don't know already, the brackets are out. This is March Madness. And the big thing is everybody start filling out their brackets. That's coming up. Okay, yeah, you got the sound. About time, Jimmy Farrell. The brackets are out. The one seeds are, of course, Duke, UNC, UVA, and Gonzaga. That is 3 ACC teams. A lot of top heaviness in the ACC. Really high seeds from Florida State as well, local to Florida anyway. Need to talk about Iron versus your Fleet. Okay, we will, Johnny, but I tell you what, to be honest, I don't have them on. I got the Flyers and the Penguins on. So that's all I'm telling you. If there's a Flyers game on, it's going to be seen. Okay, other sports, and this is pretty important too. Kyle Busch tied the king, Richard Petty, with his 200th win in NASCAR today. Again, I have a lot of where I kind of give NASCAR a big to do. I don't watch NASCAR other than the Daytona 500, like the last 10 laps, but that is very important. In fact, with Kyle Petty getting his 200th win, that's important. So, bravo to Kyle Busch tying Richard Petty in that 200th win. Well, the Dolphins have finally got a quarterback, Ryan Fitzpatrick, late of the Tampa Bay Bucks. He's finally got a job where he can start as of right now, because obviously the Dolphins are going to be looking in the draft for a long-term quarterback. They traded Tannehill to the Titans. I think that was a good move by the Titans to have a really good, okay, let me take that back, a good quarterback with experience as a starter. So that's going to be good for the Titans when Mariota went down. Tannehill is not the greatest of quarterbacks, but that'll be better for the Titans than what they have had there with Blaine Gabbert. So good on them. Again, Ryan Fitzpatrick to the Dolphins. Dolphins finally got a quarterback. And in a little bit more closer news, goodbye to Donald Penn after 5 years with the Raiders. Do we think we trade our fourth to the Dolphins for more picks? Chris, I believe we can, but I'll hold that one until I get through all of this. Bring it back up. Donald Penn is gone for the Raiders. The Raiders do have $34.8 million. Let's call it 35. And Angel, thank you for coming over. 34.8, let's call it $35 million in cap space. Now figure they're going to need at least $10 million of that for their rookies. Okay, so rookie salary cap hits. Figure they got $25 million to spend this year. And it looks like they're doing a bunch of the spending. So good on them. Obviously, the Raiders have signed some other people other than the big four that they signed last week. Josh Morrow is a good signing out of the Giants, although he does have some PED issues, so hopefully that won't come and bite us in the ass. And I do like the re-signing of Jason Kabinda at linebacker. And Chaz Green, who was an offensive guard for us or off the street, he was re-signed. he might be in the mix for one of the backup positions, but, we'll see about what happens. And as alluded to earlier, did I go to the New York Yankees of Philadelphia in spring training? Israel, I did. It was a good game. That was the one that I pushed over on Facebook, and I miss you, buddy. You gotta come by and see me. And as alluded to, since we are talking about the Phillies, Bryce Harper's injured already. The $330 million man is injured already. And a great pickup. That's why I said the best pickup for the Phillies was Realmuto as catcher. With all the other guys that they picked up this year, that's probably their best bet. Philadelphia Phillies are so glad to have insurance. Yeah, they are. And Dolphins or Giants aren't taking a quarterback in the draft, according to Albert Breer. Okay, seen hit by pitch day to day. Okay, so going back here to Facebook, I'm going to try to get all your comments. How do you find you on YouTube? Okay, Angel, you're already there. Great backup for sure. Mandy, the link to YouTube is in the description. Thank you there, Mandy. Love you. I love Mandy. Got to cut Seth Roberts? Maybe. Steve, if you can, go over to YouTube. Because, again, once I got things squared away, and it looks like the Flyers and the Pens are nothing going into the third period. This is the break. So, good game going on. Phil play wherever be worth. Yeah, I got you there, Ed. I agree. Okay, now that that's been done, I think the Raiders' hard schedule. Yeah, they got a hard schedule. Rate is record going to be this year. Raphael, I don't do calls for what the team is going to do until we at least have a draft, man. I mean, we don't even know who we're drafting yet. Okay, the phone line will be up in a little bit. I am turning it on over here, so as soon as it goes through, now we can have some calls. Okay, apologize for the earlier technical issues. Brian Balding, thanks for joining me. Please go to Facebook, please come from Facebook to YouTube. And we got Just Win Johnny coming on. Thank you there, shipmate. Good to see you as well. Yep. Go on there, Johnny. What you got for me, brother? Johnny, are you there? Johnny, are you there? Oh, lost Johnny. Try again. Give me another call. Okay, let me go to my settings. Okay, let me go to my settings. Default mic, speakers, 2 row. Johnny, can you hear me? Johnny, can you hear me? Wait a second. Johnny, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, and let me see here. I got speakers. Got you road here, so you are good. That's default. Okay, let's save him. What do you got for me, brother?
Well, I just heard you say your $1 million man is hurt. You talking about Harper?
Yeah, Harper's already hurt. Yep, hit by pitch, day to day.
What pitch you hit him?
I didn't catch that. Like I said, to be very honest, I was doing some video where I did some video because the folks that are on Facebook, once I go live pretty soon, once I get the video done, you're going to be watching a video advertisement to come over to YouTube. And I tell you what, it was almost done. And the computer shit the bit. So 3 hours worth of work went right out the window. And I was so pissed. I was like a guy with Tourette's syndrome. Cursing and swearing. So the Facebook guys would probably be getting that. I'm actually kind of glad now that I actually had some issues on YouTube and Facebook, so it didn't happen tonight. So it worked out in the end. Okay. But remember now, if you're on Facebook, I'm reading your comments as I can, but I am going back and forth and it's a bitch. So please come over to YouTube. Elder AJ, the Flyers, nothing in the middle between the second and the third period. Raider Rev, come on over to YouTube, brother. And Brandon Tutt, if you can, Brandon, good to see you, brother. Brandon Tutt was here today, so he knows how much of a pain in the ass this room is for me to go back and forth. He saw my room, and he knows that it's very, very small for me to do. Once I get the new desk, it'll be a lot better. But if you can,
you have a lot of stuff behind you for the new studio. So
yeah, a lot of stuff. You guys can't really see it. And Mile Hand Man gets and don't worry, Johnny, I'm going to give you some time on this. Giants and Dolphins aren't taking a quarterback. Don't you know what? Don't believe that, Mile High. Don't believe that. If the Giants are liking a quarterback and the Dolphins are definitely need a quarterback because Ryan Fitzpatrick is not their quarterback of the future. The Dolphins, the Giants, the folks that are sitting behind us, maybe even the Buccaneers, although I think that they might go with Jameson. I think they'll be in the market for a quarterback next year. But the Giants and the Dolphins, they're in the mood. They need a quarterback. So I think they will. Go ahead, Johnny. Go hit me with some stuff.
Well, not to jump into Raiders, but talking quarterback, last week I didn't get to really express how I felt about that. We touched on it, but I think, you know how Chucky is. I love Carr. I'm not saying Carr's the future. I'm not saying Chucky doesn't think Carr's the future, so don't freak out. But he likes his toys, and, we cleared out the quarterbacks. So, I think he's definitely, and I'm not saying it's the first round, obviously, but he can't resist. He's going to take someone in the draft and play with them. I feel comfortable. I want him to bring in someone like EJ Manuel. I didn't mind. He's not great, but he's consistent to take over. I just don't want to be screwed again. My Christmas was destroyed the year before last.
Yeah.
We need a backup.
We do. And here's the thing, though. I think that, and maybe it's just me, and I know that what's his nose, the guy that was the Jags quarterback who basically sucks. I know he was out in Los Angeles for a look.
I don't want
Bortles. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
If Bortles does not sign with the Rams.
No, bro, I don't want him.
Now, wait a second. Bortles didn't have, during his entire tenure there, he was up and down, and his skill position players weren't all that, okay? He had a decent line. So I'm not saying advocating for Blake Bortles. In fact, I was advocating for Ryan Fitzpatrick, and he's gone to the Dolphins.
I wouldn't mind him as a backup. It's a solid backup.
No, Fitzpatrick is gone. He's with the Dolphins.
Yeah, but, I mean, at your point though, I wouldn't mind someone like that though, like a journeyman. But I think Chucky, is going to take a young guy just because, the way to pick, can't resist. I think it's definite now because there's nobody there. So
yeah, we do need a backup. I mean, we all need a good backup, and that's just the way it is. And I don't think that Jason Peterman, or I think it's Jason, whatever the hell Peterman's name is.
That tells you something too.
Yeah, what's his nose Peterman, whatever Peterman's name is. I don't think he's going to be our backup.
You're a smart football guy, and that tells you something. Because I'm the same way. What's the name Peterman? Like, that tells you something there. With my point again, we need that. But speaking of quarterbacks, this kid Perez is the quarterback in the Iron. He's got a really good story. Like, he didn't play in high school. Like, he walked on in high school, and now he's getting a shot. They benched him last week. He's like a comeback kid, this guy.
What's his measurables?
I don't know, actually. I mean, I follow the Iron, but not like, hardcore. It's not like NFL. Like, I watch every Raiders game. It's not right now. I don't know. His name's Perez. I think he's from the South. They showed the little snippet when the league first started, like, of his backstory, and it was pretty interesting. Like, he persevered through a lot.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and Nate, thanks there, Chris. I knew it was something that rhymed with Jason. It's Nathan. It was that
Nathan Peterman.
two syllable quick time. Nathan, thanks, Chris. I got a good crew here for those that are answering my questions. Again, if you're on Facebook, go on over to YouTube if you can. And got destroyed by the Niners third string. Oh yeah, that was a bad game, Adrian. I got you. And Hector, thanks for coming aboard. If you guys can, go over to YouTube, Captain Jack Rackham Levy. I did have some technical difficulties before, but looks like they are been resolved. So Harper had 35 homers last year. Stop talking sports. Yeah, I know Tommy Beard wants to talk some baseball too and some hockey. I know Tommy Beard ain't going to bring up the fact that the Capitals got smoked by the Lightning, but that's just the way that is. Oh, by the way, Tommy Beard, when you do call and talk about the Capitals, I will make sure I wear my Lightning hat. So just saying, because you not
understand wearing a Lightning hat.
Well, it's for Tommy. It's for Tommy. Hey, Johnny, I got to let you go, but thanks for calling in, brother. Take care. And speaking of people that want to talk about hockey, Jimmy Farrell's on the line. Yeah, so the Islanders win. I know you're happy about that. In fact, I didn't get a chance to go through it, but I will go over to the standings here, and I did have them up ready for you. I got a lot of windows up, so excuse me if it takes a little bit. Islanders with 89 points. So let me – okay, then it was before. So let me see. So right now they are tied –
with Washington.
Yeah, they're tied with Washington. They're also tied with Toronto, according to this.
Right.
So Boston –
behind Boston.
Yeah, Boston's at 95. So it's gonna be tight for the Islanders. Like I said, like I told you last week, it doesn't matter who you play, because you're gonna have to eventually. You're gonna have to beat two of the following teams. You're gonna have to beat the Caps or the Penguins, or the Bruins and the Lightning, because that's just the way it is. So it doesn't matter who you play in the first round.
The Capitals play Tampa Bay Wednesday, so that could be a loss for the Washington Capitals.
Right.
So we have to win Tuesday night because we play Boston.
Yep.
And
you said that Boston was the team that you feared the most.
Yeah.
Oh, Hector, yeah, good chat. Colt McCoy. I don't know. I mean, honestly, if he's available, maybe. I mean, Gruden likes small quarterbacks. Adrian says the Penguins are going to get their sixth cup. We'll see. And then people are Brandon. Don't take the bet. My buddy Brandon, love him to death. Don't take any more bets, Brandon. Don't take any more bets. Okay, Adrian, Kale, yeah, no. Don't take any more bets. And if you do, I don't want to hear about it. Go ahead.
I don't know much in place the Penguins. If we don't win first place, I'm looking forward to Pittsburgh. Kind of like revenge on them.
Yeah.
Try to put them in the playoffs.
Well, you're gonna need to play physical. Like I was watching the games tonight. The Flyers have had a good amount of physicality with speed. And Hart so far has been standing on his head. Oh, by the way, like I said, this is for Tommy. Again, I don't have my Flyers hat nearby, but that's the team you're going to need to worry about. But, I tell you what, I think the Lightning need to get a good matchup in the first round, because if they don't hit the playoffs running, they're going to be an exit in the second round. I just see it because they've been playing over their heads this year, and if they don't get themselves squared away, we'll see it. Adrian once says the Penguins are going to get their sixth. We'll see. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Like
I said, I'm happy for that. Really. It's like we have home field. We're going to have home field this round, and it's a plus for us.
Yeah. But I mean, have you guys actually gotten over losing Tavares? Has there been a player that has stepped up for the Islanders this year that took the place for Johnny Tavares?
Yeah, it's called Edward. He's our newest captain.
Okay.
And what I think they're going to make a big splash in free agent because they need to go to another John Tavares opportunity.
Right.
I mean, and his name is not John Tavares, but he's kind of filled that role as captain. But the way we want to close it up is, if Montreal lost tonight, I would have had a furious loss weekend because the Saturday game pissed me off so much because not only Detroit made it in the playoffs, but the Islanders had 42 shots on goal and you only got one goal. I'm not concerned about their offense. The defense, I'm not worried. It's awesome. That goes out. I don't know what happened to him after the All-Star game. He's not scoring like he used to. I don't know. I mean, I'm glad he won tonight. I thought they were going to lose him all the time because the way they were playing. I just think Mike Barzal is not going to.
Okay, say that again there, Jimmy. I mean, unfortunately, the reverb that's coming out of my speakers, and I can't wait to put my News Bose speakers up too. Everything's going to be a lot better. Now, slowly, who are you talking about that you're worried about scoring?
Not with the offense. The offense is not scoring like they used to since the first break. And I'm a little concerned about Mike Barzal because he hasn't been scoring like he was in the first half this season.
Okay. Again, I didn't quite hear that, and I apologize, man. Are you talking about the Islanders as a whole?
No, the offense, yeah. I'm concerned about the scoring, lack of scoring.
Right. Well, here's the thing, though. In the playoffs, hey, thanks, Rhett. In the playoffs, obviously you need to have some good offensive numbers, but the playoffs are primarily a win with defense. And so right. So I really wouldn't worry if you have a dip in scoring. You need to make sure that your defensive numbers are up. Your checking's got to be better. Your penalty kills got to be better. Your penalty offense obviously has to be better when you have the opportunity. But as far as straight up scoring, I think that your goaltender has to stand on his head, and you need a lot of help from your back lineman.
I'm kind of really scared of power play starting because they were always like 20, like 11 games we can score power play goals. That's a major concern. Sure.
And by the way, if you want to knock out my boy Jimmy Farrell, he has been on for 5 minutes. Oh, there's the number. I'll make sure that I'm bouncing back and forth here so people can see it on both of them. And again, 813-699-0834. Come on, you can talk to me, Jimmy. Don't worry about it.
Let me ask you something. I'm watching like videos at the new stadium, and do you really think they're going to get done in like a year from now?
Yeah. Yes, I do. I really.
I mean, they got a lot of work.
Okay, Jimmy, I'm going to let you go. I will answer your question offline. Oh, I'm sorry. Jimmy, I'm sorry. I hit you too fast. Tommy, don't worry. This doesn't count on your 5 minutes. I'm going to answer your question here, Jimmy. The stadium is going up at a good rate. I got some people living out in Vegas. I got the elder AJ Brayhue is sitting in Vegas right now. I got other people that can attest to that. I think that the reason why the Raiders took that 2020 option was just in case there's something going on with the stadium. I honestly think that there shouldn't be no problem with that. Remember, the 2020 NFL draft is going to be in Las Vegas, so I don't foresee an issue with the stadium because in 1 year from now, basically 1 year from now, Las Vegas will be hosting the NFL draft, so figure they got another year from now to get things together. I'm sure the elder AJ Brehu will be able to attest to that. I don't foresee an issue with that. I mean that, but it's always better to have an insurance policy. I like the fact that the Raiders did it now so that they wouldn't be left hanging. These 1-year contracts are a bitch. If God forbid something happens, you know, it would have been nice if they would have done it last year with a 2-year, and then we probably wouldn't have worried about it. But as it was, it actually works out better for the Raiders. I don't foresee an issue. But that's the answer to your question. And thank you, everybody that's coming over here. Let me look over here on Facebook. I think I've answered everything. Okay, yeah, Rhett Math is over on YouTube, so we're good to go. Okay, Tommy Beard, let me look. Whoop. Oh, Tommy Beard, you dropped. Tommy Beard, go ahead and call back in, brother. Call back in. I went to Google, and Chris Donnet said that it should be done on time, and I did. And Chris tells me that I do know how to pronounce his name, so I hope I didn't screw it up, but I'm pretty sure. Wow, Flyers could have had a goal right there. Sucks, but okay, my company's helping. Okay, here we go. Tommy Beard is calling back. Boss man, he said no hang up. So yeah, so Chris Donnet is saying. Chris Donnet is saying that the beard will be done on time. The stadium will be done on time. Tommy, talk to me, brother. You're on for a full 5. What's going on?
Nothing much. Just to let you know, I didn't watch the game last night.
And what?
I actually went to the West Virginia State Championship in basketball.
Okay,
high school.
By the way, just for you, I told you I would. You know, lightning hat just for you. Go ahead, brother.
I actually went to watch my old high school and see if they could finish the first undefeated season.
Oh, did they do it?
Nope, they got out-coached.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about that.
The kid actually pulled a Chris Webber.
He called a timeout when there wasn't a timeout.
Yep.
Okay. I knew exactly where you were going with that.
I was pissed.
Well, the Penguins finally got a goal. 1-0 Pittsburgh. I hate the Penguins. But
So did you watch the game last night? The Lightning and Capitals?
No, I did not watch the game last night. Obviously,
yeah, I kept trying to keep track as best as I could on the ESPN app. And I know I got up through Morgantown.
Uh-huh.
I had my daughter check the score, and she said, "Oh shit." I said, "What?" And she said, "What Caps are losing 5-3." I said, 5-3. I said, Jesus. And then I got home and checked to see what the final was, and it said 6-3.
Yeah.
How did they score that fast?
Right. And obviously one of them was an empty netter. And then I don't know what happened after that, but the one guy had a what do you call it? A hat trick.
Right.
And
that was the open netter to make it 5-3.
Right. And then there was I mean, obviously something happened after that made it 6-3. It was all done by the guy that had the hat trick that made it 5-3. But I didn't watch the game. I couldn't find it even locally here. And again, such is life. You know, it'd be a good game to watch. But I mean, to be honest, I just wanted to know who won. And that's all I really cared about, was who was going to win the game.
Well, we got them 2 more times.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens in DC.
Right, and again, I think.
Let's see. And then we got the Devils on the Tuesday. And then we got the Lightning then on Thursday, I think.
Uh-huh.
We'll see.
Well, I mean, let's put it this way. It's not like you don't know that the Caps should be coming out at least to the second round. And I have a feeling the way, as tough as the Capitals are, but I mean, it's going to be a real logjam because the Bruins are playing so well, the Caps, the Lightning, and then that other team whose name escapes me, because those are the big four. It's going to be a really hard road to hoe to get past round 2 and into round 3. So
where's Columbus at?
Yeah, that's set up. That's the other number one. Let me see here. Let me look on my. Let's see here.
Columbus should be in there somewhere.
Yeah, Columbus is a wild card right now with 84 points, right behind Carolina, and Toronto is that other. Pittsburgh, Washington, Tampa Bay, and Boston are obviously the big four. So we'll see about that. Columbus is that last wild card. And let me see. Montreal is breathing right down their necks, and so are the Flyers. Well, not quite the Flyers, but the Flyers, if they could ever get their crap together. But I don't foresee them doing it. I think it's going to be a toss-up between maybe Montreal might slide in. Columbus still needs to continue to win, and Carolina as well. But Washington, they haven't clinched yet, but they should within the next couple days. Although I don't know why Boston hasn't clinched, and they're at 95 points. So kind of weird that way. But Boston and the Caps should win.
I don't want to play Pittsburgh in the playoffs. That worries me every year.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could say we broke the curse last year.
Right.
When we finally beat them and then won the Stanley Cup. But
you don't want to do it 2 years in a row. Yeah.
There's something about Pittsburgh when it comes to Stanley Cup playoffs, but it makes you nervous.
Right. You don't want to bank on it 2 years in a row. You want somebody to beat them for you.
Right. And I'm putting it out there now. You can write it down. I know the season hasn't started. Bryce Harper will hit 38 to 40 home runs and have 100+ RBIs. Book it. In that ballpark, and playing in Atlanta, you got the what? Trust me, this guy is going to be fine.
Yeah.
Harper's only day to day by everything I've read, everything that I've seen or listened to when on the NFL or on MLB Network. It's just a little ankle injury. That's nothing that they say he's going to be worried. He's day to day.
Well, I didn't see the injury. I just know that he was hit by a pitch. I didn't see it. I didn't see where it was. I don't see what body part it hit. I just know it's day to day. So I can't. Unfortunately,
it was ankle. I heard it was ankle.
Okay.
And it was day to day.
Okay.
He'll be there opening day. There's no way he's missing opening day.
Well, I agree. And Hot Neil, thanks for coming aboard, folks. If you're on Facebook, go over to YouTube, please. Better sound, better video, better stuff on YouTube. Trust me.
April 2nd, by all reports that's coming out of the whole DC market, you know who the starter's going to be for the Nationals?
Opening day starter?
No. April 2nd, when the Phillies come into DC for the first time.
No.
The Mad Dog, Max Scherzer.
Okay.
You get Max Scherzer, and I so wish I could be there.
Well, I mean, you're gonna get if you have a 4-game series, of course you're gonna get Scherzer. The likelihood of you getting Scherzer at least once is pretty high up there. I mean, it's not just Scherzer. You got to make sure that the rest of your staff is up to date, and obviously the Nationals have had a good staff. I mean, they've had Gio in the back there. They've had Scherzer. Well,
how people. I mean, it was trash.
Well, I also have some inside information about Gio and how he treated.
Gio had one good year in his first year in DC, and then that report came out with the steroids and all this stuff, and he was on the report, and he didn't do nothing after that.
Yeah, well, again, I have some other information about Gio, but it was about how I can't really say. Let's just say it was non-baseball related, had to deal with other things. It wasn't battery or anything like that, but it just was bad stuff.
He'd be up and he'd be down, or he'd be very good and get to about the fourth and fifth inning, he'd fall apart.
Yeah, but such is life. Thanks for coming over, Hot Neil. And again, Adrian. Let me see. The one that was asking, Rob Fletcher, 813-699-0834. Hope to have you on as well. Remember, you can knock Tommy out.
This J.J. Nelson.
J.J. Nelson, to me, is.
I've seen this and I said, who? What?
J.J. Nelson is the really, really fast Cardinal that really didn't do anything while he was there. Okay. And the fact that he's on the Raiders, I think, is maybe he's there as a backup in case they can't re-sign Harris, back to special teams. And I'd like to see Dwayne Harris get another signing. But J.J. Nelson, to me, is just somebody to have as a insurance policy against an insurance policy. I don't foresee him being in the starting mix, or I should say in the final 53. We'll see. But, he doesn't really throw. I mean, his biggest thrill is running a 4.28. He's fast. He's lightning bug fast. But, him to be a strong advocate for the 53, I just can't see it. So we'll see. Remember
the bracket this year?
No. I mean, here's the thing. I enjoy watching the brackets, but I mean, why? I mean, what do you get out of to me, this is me. I don't have a lot of time. Okay. When I'm not working, I'm doing something here, either for my website or for YouTube or for my page or for something that needs to be done. I don't have the time to consider, oh my God, I got to pick 64 winners or 32 winners and down. Okay. So that's just the way it is.
I did the ESPN challenge. I do that every year.
Yeah. And hey, ahoy, Matt, thanks for coming on board as well. It's great, but again, it's one of those things where I really don't have a lot of time for, so I don't really care. It's like I don't watch basketball until June. Why? Because it doesn't really matter. And like I said, if you want to knock Tommy out, 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. What was your best mark on the brackets, Tommy?
Best mark?
Yeah, what was your best? Put it down in the comments. I'm gonna get Hot Neil real quick. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thanks for calling, Tommy. Hot Neil, how you doing, brother? What's going? Oh, I asked Hot. I did hit on Hot Neil, but I guess he hung up. Line is still open. 813-699-0834. 813-699-0834. Tommy Beard, like I said. Oh, there he is. Hot Neil, I got you this time. What's going on, brother?
What's up, Mr. Clapton?
I'm here.
I don't know if you read my last message with me while you were talking. I did have to show you a video.
Oh, wait a second. Now I'm not talking to Tommy. I need to put my Raiders hat back on. Okay, that was just for Tommy. Tommy and his caps. There we go. Got my Raider cap back on. You're sharing the video. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Appreciate it.
You were talking right now. I got to show you a video.
Yeah. Well, did you figure out how to do it on YouTube?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm on YouTube, and I told you I could share it. When we were talking, I got to share it.
Okay. Well, thanks. I mean, I don't even know how to share it, but appreciate that.
You where it says live chat, you hit that X. You hit that X, and right there it goes right back into like share. So
okay, I'll have to do. I don't want to do it on mine because I'm afraid I'm going to do something to screw up the broadcast, and I don't want to do that. I've already been on. Yeah.
For people to know how to do that.
Okay, so
you just hit the X. You don't lose you at all. You still talk.
Okay.
Just share and whatever you want to share it at.
There's an X.
I don't click the button that says more. Yeah.
I don't see something that says more. I think it's probably because I'm doing the video. I don't have that there.
No, not you. I'm talking about the people that are here watching you.
Oh, okay.
Probably they could do it. It says live chat, and right now it says top 6. You hit the X, and then you can find it right there. I would say share, and then you can share it on Facebook, whatever social media you have on.
Okay, well, thank you there, Hot Neil. I appreciate that.
And if somebody wants to say hi to you real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. How are you?
Hey, how you doing, Mom? What's going on?
How are you, Jack?
How are you feeling, Mom?
Oh, today just do.
Okay, well, you okay, yo espero tú tienes muy bien salud por ti.
Okay. Muchas gracias.
De nada. Like I said, please cuidarte su Hot Neil's madre and por Dios, por favor, bueno salud por ti.
Okay. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias. De nada.
Pase buenas noches.
Buenas noches también.
Okay.
That was my mother, Cat.
Yeah, I got a chance to throw a little bit of Spanish at her.
I heard that American want to be Spanish.
Well, Spanglish, you know, just enough to get me by. So what else is going on there, Hot Neil? Thanks again for sharing.
Okay. No, two things. I know you was talking about baseball, but real quick, I want to bring something up that to myself. I remember Babe Ruth was the base, and Jose Canseco was a good baseball player too.
Right.
I mixed up 2 baseball players.
Okay, what was the second thing? I couldn't hear you, partner.
The Jose Canseco, the guy who played with the A's.
I know. What about him?
I love how he played those years. And I had the honor of meeting him in South Beach back in 1987.
Was he all roided up too?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured as much. In fact, Jose, the biggest thing about Jose right now is his telling J-Lo that Alex Rodriguez is a cheating fool. You know, he's got to maintain that persona out there. And thanks for coming aboard, Craig and Deke and Doc Burdett. And like I said, if you're over on Facebook, please come over to YouTube. Robert Fletcher, you got those questions. Thank you, sir. If you can, go to YouTube, Rob. I'll try to answer them as well. But again, Hot Neil, I'm glad that you're doing well, and I'm glad your mom is as well. And, you know, it's always good hearing from you as well, partner.
All right, sir. Have a good one. I want to be good because I'm a kid tomorrow morning. I got to get some sleep.
Okay, get some rest, partner.
All right, sir. Have a good one. Thank you for allowing me to be here.
Oh, no problem as well. It's always good to hear from you, Hot Neil.
Thank you, sir.
All right, that was Hot Neil Flightis. There is a line open. While there is a line open, 813-699-0834, Again, if you're on Facebook, please come over to YouTube. In answer to your question, Rob Fletcher, okay? How much longer are you going to be on? Ed Marshall, I'm going to be here. I usually do about 2.5 hours. So come on over to YouTube. You think any players in the AAF will be signed? Yeah, if they're good. Remember when the Euro League was still in its going through, you would have those players that would come play the ball over in Europe, and it would come over and it would hit a camp. If they're worthwhile, they're going to be signed. The guys who were in the Canadian Football League, if they're worthwhile, they will be signed. So I don't get a chance to watch the AAF a lot. I need to go over and watch Orlando a little bit more. But yeah, I firmly believe that there will be guys that will be signed from the AAF. Rob Fletcher got it. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate that. And again, Ed Marshall, come on over to YouTube. 813-699-0834. While Rob's coming over here, Rob asked two good questions over on Facebook, and I'll share them here. He asked two questions. He said, do you agree with the Jordy Nelson cut? That's one. Yes and no. I mean, I don't think we needed to, but at the time, I mean, I more agree with the fact that they needed to cut Donald Penn and save some money there. I think it was about $5 million. I don't know exactly, but I think it was about that. So they needed to get some money. I don't necessarily think it was a bad thing. I mean, Jordy got half of his salary at 1.8 last year early. So maybe they just didn't think that he was going to be able to cut the mustard this year. And I know that Jordy was maybe one of those players that said he needed the GTFO out of Oakland. And maybe that was what was on the mind. You know, did Jordy play well at the end of the year? Yeah, he did. But, you know, yeah, and Ed Marshall said it as well. He might come back cheaper. And, you know, if we can get Jordy Nelson back cheaper, great. If not, you know, I loved having Jordy Nelson on the team. He was a good inspiration. He was a good player to have around. I'm sure that he you know, put that knowledge onto Marcel Aitman. I'm sure he put that knowledge onto like people like Saeed Blacknell. So, you know, that's what a vet is supposed to do. He's supposed to get some good possibilities and he pass it on. So that's good for us. So there you go. Comes back cheaper, great. If not, yeah, Ed Marshall gets it. And again, if you want to call in, like I said, if Deke, like I said, come on over to YouTube, Deke, if you can. 813-699-0834. Florida is always his dark horse. No, actually, Tommy, I don't think Florida made the 64. I was looking for him. I know Florida, and that's my dark horse right there, Florida State. Florida State, I believe, is the dark horse. I think that they can make, you know, they should go at least Sweet 16, maybe Elite 8. And if they couple balls bounce for them, they might make Final Four. So Florida State, and I hate saying it. Florida State. They played so well this year. And again, I did not see Florida in the 64. I went through the lineup and I was like, where's the say Florida? Where's the say Florida? I saw Florida State. I didn't see Florida. So and they were allegedly one of the teams that was going to be like last four in. I didn't see them. UF made it. Okay. I just didn't see him. And I actually looked on the list. So we'll see that. Yeah, and 4-5. Yeah, 4-5 for Penn. Will Reggie Nelson remain a Raider? No, he's not on the team. Now, are you talking about Nick Nelson? Because Nick Nelson is the only other Nelson that's on the team, is the cornerback. Reggie Nelson was cut last year. Reggie was cut. Reggie Nelson, Reggie Nelson got cut last year. So I don't even have to worry about him. Andrew. Oh, okay. I know who Andrew is. That's Doc Cabral. Good to see you, Doc Cabral. Yeah, and I'm over here good on Facebook. I got everybody over here to YouTube good. Yeah, Chris Donnet, he's not even on the team. Don't worry about it. We needed money, like I said, call it, and I said it in the bluff. We got $35 million to spend. So subtract 10 for the rookie contracts. Okay, we got 25 to spend. Joyner being signed, Eric Harris being signed, might draft another safety in the end of Nelson. Reggie Nelson's not on the team. And I don't see them bringing him back anyway. No more Reggie Nelson. He was cut last year. Okay. 813-699-0834. Do you really want Reggie Nelson back on the team? I don't. Florida State is my dark horse in the NCAA. I think, like I said, I'm not sure if UF made it. I didn't see where they were. Were they a play-in game? Maybe. I didn't see it. I'll have to go back. Let me see here. Go back to the bracketology I have over here. See if I can see it again. See, Florida State is a 6th seed in the East. Okay. I'm looking. Don't see them again. LSU, Iowa State, Loyola, Hofstra, Nebraska, Kansas, Seton Hall, Radford, North Carolina, Temple, Butler, Purdue. Murray. I don't see Florida. I just don't see Florida. Maybe I'm looking at if I'm looking at the wrong brackets. Possible. I think we're up another 4, releasing Roberts. Yeah, that's probably the next person that's going to be cut. Is Seth Roberts. And as Ed says, you know, if you cut Roberts and bring him back later, I mean, I think he's due about there's something about like $4.5 million. It's kind of brings me to in my head. I don't know. I just, like I said, do we really need Roberts? No. Fill out a foolproof bracket. I'm your man. Okay, Ed. if I run the Captain Jack bracket challenge, I'll put that on the Captain Jack page. Maybe we'll do something about that. It'll be fun, but again, it's not the top thing that I'm want to do. You know, and it's one of those things. Oh, good on you, Ed Marshall. So yeah, so whatever. Okay, I want your brackets, Ed. UF West, and then the West and playing Nevada. Okay, I don't see the West. Well, if they're playing Nevada, they're going to lose. Okay, I'm looking at a West bracket. I don't see Nevada there. I don't even see the Gators there. Maybe I need to. You know what? Maybe I need to. No, I don't see them. A 7-10. Okay, what I got in the West 7-10 is Iowa, Washington. I might be looking at the wrong bracketology. That's the one that pulled up. So If I'm looking at a wrong bracketology, that's what we see. Anyway, again, Flyers are on a power play. So, schmuck. Oh, man. Dude, Couturier, man, screwed that one up. There's Giroux, and he couldn't get it in. Chuck stating he likes a player doesn't mean jack. Yeah, that's true. Especially a couple of times where I'm amazingly incorrect my brackets. I'm not the kind of guy to brag, but I've been pretty consistent. Good for you, Ed. Chuck stating he likes a player, he doesn't mean, and that's true. You know, just because John Gruden likes him doesn't mean that things are going to happen. You know, Flyers still on a power play while I'm in there and can't get it through the Pittsburgh defense. Like I said, I hate the Penguins. I hate when we do 5. I knew it was like 4-5, 4-8, $5 million. Yeah. But see, there's some dead money associated with that, Chris. There's some dead money. If they have them on a $5 million contract, I know that there's some dead money there. Yeah, 422 to play there, Jimmy Farrell. I mean, the Flyers are not going to make the playoffs, so it doesn't really matter anyway. Chuck says you are safe. You should probably pack. It's kind of like your predictions for the NCAAs. Hey, I got a line open, 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. Let me get back to here, see if I'm missing anything. Reggie Nelson played last year at safety. He was too old. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, but he was cut last year, Bob. So if you wanna call, and I mean, we did 2.5 hours the last couple Sundays, but if guys are just saying, I don't want to call, that's fine. But did they get another goal? No, thank goodness. Okay, that must have been the one that was. I just saw a replay. 813-699-0834, 422 to play on the Flyers game. If I pushed over to watch the and let's see here, knowing my luck, as soon as I switch to channels, then maybe the Flyers will score. So let's see here. If I go to the NFL Network, let's see here. You can see what they get. If I can get the NFL Network, oh yeah. Let's see here. Accordingly, the Iron are at the Fleet. So if I go there and I push, the Penn uniforms, those are like what they played in the when they were doing the Saturday night game. What do you call it? The outdoor game to finish so I can watch my Knights. Yeah, I think they're on next. And I am watching the Fleet beating the Iron 23-21 as of right now. I think who was it? Johnny was talking about the Iron Kid Perez. Okay. Well, San Diego's winning right now, but we'll see. I mean, obviously, now hopefully if I push back and I go to previous, well, let me watch this play, see what goes on. First down, nice run. And, okay, so right now we're back with the Flyers, and it's still 1-0 with 3 minutes to go. The Flyers will pull their goalie pretty soon. Got a line open, 813-699-0834. It's a little bit past 10. I have 59 minutes on the clock here. If you want to call in, please do. Trenton Richardson is playing for the Iron. Well, at least he grabbed somebody. Thanks, Craig, for mentioning that. Van Riemsdyk had a hat trick the other night, and they got him on there right now. Who is that? Somebody. Nice check. Nice check. It was a Penguin that checked him too. So, he's onside, and yeah, I'm trying to do. I don't have sound on. The Penguins are deep in the Flyers zone. Guy just went around the goal. What is it? The back area. Flyers got the puck now. One pass, kind of lifted it out of the zone, past the Flyers, and they just gave it up to and Philly has pulled their goalie, so they got that extra skater there. So we'll see what they can do. Penguins have the puck now. Now the Flyers just got it. Remember, Flyers are with an empty net. And they did have an empty net push goal last week, so we'll see if that happens again. So no further comments here that I need to. I did look over, and first legally blind running back. Okay, well, good on him there, Ed. Yeah, well, Jimmy Farrell. What can you do? The Flyers are the Flyers. They're a good team, but they're not a team that is a top 8 team. They're middle of the pack. And 129 left. We'll see if anything happens. And I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll wait until the Flyers game is done. And if there's no calls up until the Flyers game, 813-699-0834. Joke, Duke can't see a hole you can drive. Well, there was the one what is it? The Sharp, the kid that from Florida who played tackle for the Raiders. He was legally blind in his one eye. I think it was his. He played left tackle, so it would have been his right eye. So yeah, he was legally blind. So I'm sorry, I didn't quite. It was a good joke. Can't see a hole if you drive it. Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons why he's out of the league. Captain, do I watch golf? I will next weekend. I do have tickets to the Valspar that I got as a prize for what is it? One of those prizes you get when you answer a trivia question on the radio. Right up in front, and the Flyers couldn't get it in, and they got it out of the zone. So 46 seconds to go. They had a really good shot. They were bunching up in front of the Penguins' goal crease, and they just couldn't get it in. And the Penguins, they don't have. They do have it. They don't have it. The Flyers got it. 26 seconds to go, and it's in the Penguin zone. See what they can do, and a goal! Ha ha! There you go. A little bit behind. Good to see that. Can't stand the Penguins. Great play. So, yep, got it past them. Good to see. 1-1. Looks like who scored? Oh, it was Van Riemsdyk. Yeah. Yep. Right off the puck, right under the goalie's glove. Great pass. Really nice shot. Ed, I'm gonna hide because of the language, I'm gonna hide it. I don't know if it's gonna F up your night's game, but I got it. 60 seconds to go. I know, Ed. I'm sure you probably want to watch your nights. I got it. Nice check. It probably is. We're going to be going to overtime in the next 1 second. So no worries, Ed. I try to watch language. So we are going to overtime, which means I haven't seen a call. I haven't heard a call. I got an hour and 5 on the clock. Guess we're gonna have a short one tonight. That's cool. But again, I appreciate everybody for coming over. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you signing up and subscribing. Please do tell everybody else. Like I said, get the folks from Facebook over here, because I'm telling you this. Eventually, it's probably just going to be just over here on YouTube. And I'm getting everybody over there during the off season because, you know, when the season starts, like, I mean, no more than a couple games into the season, it's definitely going to be on YouTube. And I like to do the Ask Captain Jack shows after the Raiders play on Sunday. And we'll do it then. So again, to my Facebook crowd over there, thank you for joining me. Join me Wednesday when we will have the Otis Sistrunk will be on for the Black Shield and Galleon Wheel podcast. We will be doing an interview with Otis Sistrunk. I will be confirming that on Tuesday. Raiders will do the rest of free. Matt, if they are smart with the rest of free agency, I would take that $25 million, and unless somebody really hits, I would wait until like the second tier of free agency when a bunch of players get cut, because that is a good contract for somebody that you need, Matt. And I think that is, if I had the money, I would spend it, obviously, but not now. So I'd wait until the second tier free agency, or, you know, when these other players get cut. So that's just me. But and am I going to the draft? I'm supposed to, and I'm going. In fact, I might be driving up there because the cost of the flights are so expensive. I might just drive up there. I did a look. It's about a 12-hour drive from here to Nashville, and oh, thank God! I thought that they would have scored. So I think that I'm going to try to head on up there. So I might go to the draft. I'm probably not going to fly, but we'll see. Running back, tight end, and middle linebacker. I think we'll probably get one of those in free agency. I do think we're going to draft the running back and a tight end. I think those are two positions we're definitely going to address in the draft there, Matt. I think we're going to obviously draft a running back, tight end for probably Hawkinson or Fant, if they're whoever's on the board late, and middle linebacker. You know, if they think that Markel Lee's going to be that guy, I mean, this will be his third year. You know, maybe they'll give him that chance. But you know, if I'm still have the lines are still open, we got 4 minutes to go here in the game. So again, if you want to call in, One good thing is that the Flyers got a point, but I'd like to see them beat the Penguins, especially in Pittsburgh. I would love to see them beat them in Pittsburgh. You know, hate the Pens. Hate the Pens. Okay, 2 years ago when Casey was playoff team and they moved up in the draft to get Mahomes, and we all laughed. Yeah, you know, that was a good get on their part there, Ed. But you know what? Mahomes played a full year last year, and those damn Patriots pretty much kept him bottled up in the playoffs. So I think that the more tape that comes out against them, and I firmly believe that you got to be able to tighten down on Travis Kelce. You got to be able to tighten down on Tyreek Hill, and I think that with maybe Tyreek Hill might be gone if they have that that incident, I didn't see what the full parameters are, but the fact is that Tariq Hill was under investigation for stupidity. Oh, open net, and you can't get it through. Now it comes back the other way, and oh, thank God, Hart stopped it. And let's see here, and nope, didn't get it. Oh, Flyers should have won that. But the good save by Hart and bouncing around. We're seeing. So, yeah, 2:15 to go. Looks like, come on. Come on. Nope. And did they score? No. Ooh. It was up tight. It was up high. Thought they scored. And it's out of the zone. Okay. Whew. Yep, I tell you what, we'll see. Pittsburgh's back in, so moving around. Thank God Malkin's not playing too. They got him out. He's smart. Yeah, I tell you, yeah, Ed, it was great. A heart issue. Well, here's the thing. We picked up Hurst, who had an issue. And if Sweat has the same issue and he drops, sure, that would be fantastic. Get two great players that drop. Montez Sweat has an heart issue. Wow. We'll see. I mean, Jimmy Farrell, you saying that Hart, the goaltender, or Montez Sweat's heart issue? Probably Hart, the goalie for the Flyers. Flyers have needed a goalie for years. They haven't had a really good goalie since, I will say that when Hextall was probably their last really good goalie. Pelle Lindbergh was a really good goalie who didn't know that wrapping your Ferrari around a building going 88 miles an hour is not the best thing to do. So, and I don't say it, lightly, but that's just dumb. So yeah, I figured as much. But yeah, if Montez Sweat has a heart issue, I'll tell you that's good. Okay, go 10-3 in game 14. Car breaks another. Who takes over? Peterman? Nope. I tell you, I still say that the Flyers are going to grab a goalie. Sorry. Where my mind's at right now. The Flyers are going to grab a quarterback, I think, next year. They're going to have a backup to be determined. I don't think it's Nathan Peterman. Tommy was talking about the kid from Buffalo being a good get. I don't know what round they project him to be in, but Will Greer? No, I don't want Will Greer. And I'm a Gator, but Will Greer is so full of himself. I don't want a player like that. And I don't want it to happen. Will Greer, no, don't want him. So, and I don't want Murray. I don't want Kyler Murray. I don't want Haskins. And there's a goal! Yeah! Yeah! 2-1. Flyers win. That's the way to end a broadcast. Sean Couturier with the goal. Right in, it looks like the 5-hole. Love it. Great to see. Well, not quite 5-hole, underneath the arm. Love it. I love it. Did I say I loved it? Okay. 1 minute 14. We're going to call it. We're going to call it at 1:15. So again, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming, watching me get excited. It's always great to beat the Penguins. Thank you for coming up. Thank you for subscribing. Get the word out. Come on over here to YouTube. And Ed Marshall wants his nights, and they're on now, Ed. They're on now. We'll see everybody on Wednesday for the Otis Sistrunk interview. Happy St. Patty's Day to you as well, Matt. And I was wearing my green earlier. Wow, I was hungry earlier. I need to eat something too. I'll do that. Y'all have a great night. I'm bouncing down. I'm leaving. And we'll see y'all next time. Remember, Wednesday, Otis Sistrunk with me. I'll confirm that, and I'll make sure the word gets out. We'll see you. If you're on Facebook, go over to YouTube, please. And we'll see it. Looks like the Knights just scored too. So good things are happening all the way around. It's Captain Jack. You don't know jack about sports until you see me really excited when the Flyers win. When the Flyers win, when my Raiders win, when my Gators win, it's a great time. So we'll see y'all next time on the show. Call in. We'll see you. End the stream there and there.